Hello and welcome from Budapest. This is Hungary Reports from Public Media M1 with the latest news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin in English. I'm Árpád Szőci. Great that you can be with us. The Hungarian parliament has voted to extend the state of special legal order in the country until November. 2 weeks ago, the government had approved an amendment to the constitution determining armed conflict or war in a neighboring country as causes for a state of emergency. That also allows for a continuation of price caps on certain foods as well as on fuel for motor vehicles. It also permits offering the necessary aid to refugees fleeing the war in Ukraine and also protecting the country from the war's unfavorable economic effects. Hungary's interest lies in a strong and united European Union. That's what Hungary's Foreign Affairs and Trade Minister announced in Parliament. However, Péter Szijjártó pointed out that, firstly, the EU needs strong member states and not a United States of Europe. Establishing that, he added, would be an extremist and erroneous concept that would, quote, eternally weaken the nations in Europe. A Hungarian member of the European Parliament has greeted European Commissioner Ursula von der Leyen's decision to unlock EU recovery funding for Poland. Balázs Hídvégi blamed Liberal MEPs for questioning the decision and pursuing what he called ideological attacks. He said that during a time of serious economic, energy and refugee crises in Europe, it is, in his words, irresponsible and truly suicidal to have member states instigate against each other. In a video on his social media page, Hídvégi claimed that the EU was using false claims to justify holding back funding for Poland and Hungary. He said that that has to stop because of the many serious situations in the world. The EU says it has held back funding from the two member states because of its concerns over the rule of law. Hungarian President Katalin Novák met the Prime Minister of the Czech Republic, Petr Fiala, on the second day of her visit to the country. Their talks centered on the war in Ukraine and their hopes for it to end soon, as well as offering as much aid as possible to refugees from Ukraine. The Hungarian president added that as for the EU, it must release funds to help out in that and not just offer lip service. President Novák added that Hungary counts on the Czech Republic in cooperating on sanctions and that Hungary should get recovery funding that she says it has a right to. She said that the upcoming Czech presidency of the EU might play a role in that. And that's all for now from Hungary Reports. But don't forget, you can watch the show live every night at about 11:15 p.m. Central European Time. You can also catch it online and in repeats. Please stay tuned if you can. We also have news broadcasts in German, Russian, and Chinese. Thanks very much for watching, and minden jót.